Spotlight on those who served. Brought to you by Gray Bar.
We interact with military combat veterans every day in the St. Louis area. Many times we don't know it. Men and women we know, but don't know their service history. Bob Roth was 21 in the summer of 1966. He had just graduated from St. Louis University. By that time, thousands of U.S. soldiers had been killed in action in Vietnam and thousands more wounded. But Roth enlisted in the Army. His father had been a career Air Force officer, and Bob figured it was his turn to serve.
I had just grown up thinking, well, what you do in life is you go to high school, you go to college, then you go in the service for a few years, and then you come back and get a job and work for the next 40 years. And actually, I didn't plan on being in the infantry when I enlisted.
A recruiter in Maplewood had convinced Roth he'd serve in the Adjutant General Corps and be assigned a desk job. He found out shortly after arriving at Fort Benning, Georgia, he wasn't told the truth.
This was my 5-man long-range reconnaissance patrol where we go out every couple of weeks. If you're going to be in a war, Vietnam probably was a war to be in. You knew you're only going to be there 1 year, and that was it. Where, you know, the poor guys in World War II, Korea, they went where they had no idea when they were coming home. We knew we were just there 1 year.
Is there one day or one mission that stands out if you look back on your year in combat?
Oh, yeah. We had one, for us, a bad battle. I know it wasn't as bad as some other guys experienced. I know a lot of guys experienced far worse than we did, but we had one that went on for about 3 days.
Roth credits his platoon sergeant, a Korean War veteran, in his second tour in Vietnam with saving his life on the 3rd day of the mission.
And we're just slowly walking down this hill, and all of a sudden, Sergeant Frost comes up, he was on my right, he just shoves me to the ground, then falls down next to me on my right, and yelled at everybody else to, hit the ground. And with that, all hell broke loose. It turned out the North Vietnamese were right in front of us, and they were in spider holes and bunkers, and they're firing at us.
Make sure you're identified target.
Sergeant Frost had heard the click. He had heard one of the North Vietnamese take a safety off to get ready to fire. I didn't hear it, and Frost heard it, and when he heard it, that's when he shoved me to the ground. If he hadn't done that, I'm not sure I'd still be here. There's nothing, I'm never going to experience, or I never have experienced, anything like combat. The adrenaline is going faster than it's ever going to go, I think, in any other endeavor in life. There's nothing like standing there with a rifle and having a guy across from you with a rifle, you're trying to kill him, and him. It gets the juices going. I hope there's never any more combat. It's not fun.
Bob left Vietnam after his year in combat and left the Army with the rank of first lieutenant. This photo was taken the day Bob arrived back home in Glendale. Imagine the emotions spilling over that day. He went on to enjoy a decades-long career in the insurance business and is currently enjoying retirement these days here in the St. Louis area. Do you know of a veteran who wants their story shared? Head to KMOV.com/spotlight right now and send us a note about a veteran we should know about and should honor.